In the summer of 2017, a new face exploded onto the rap scene. An artist unlike any before him. Rainbow-colored hair. A body covered in chaotic tattoos. A voice that screamed over beats like a man possessed. And a name that would soon dominate the headlines. Tekashi 6ix9ine. But his rise was as shocking as his downfall was inevitable. This is the insane, unbelievable story of Daniel Hernandez, the deli clerk turned rapper who went from topping the charts to facing life in prison, from gangsta to government informant, and from the king of controversy to hip-hop's biggest cautionary tale. So how did he get here? And was he always destined to crash and burn? Let's go back to the beginning, the birth of Tekashi 6ix9ine. Before the fame, before the gang ties, before the courtroom drama, there was just Daniel Hernandez, a kid from Brooklyn trying to survive. Born on May 8, 1996, in Bushwick, Brooklyn, Daniel was raised in a tough neighborhood by his Mexican mother and Puerto Rican father. Life wasn't easy, but his childhood was relatively normal, until tragedy struck. When Daniel was just 13 years old, his father was gunned down only steps away from their home. It was a random act of violence, but for young Daniel, it wasn't just a loss, it was a turning point. His family, already struggling, spiraled into poverty. His mother worked multiple jobs just to put food on the table. Daniel, once a quiet and artistic kid, changed. He became angry, restless, reckless. At 14, he was expelled from school for bad behavior. Instead of finishing his education, he took on odd jobs, working as a busboy, a delivery driver, and even at a local bodega to help his mom pay rent. But deep down, he wanted more. And the internet would soon give him an opportunity that no record label ever would. The internet troll with a rap dream. If there's one thing Tekashi 6ix9ine understood better than anyone, it was how to get attention. Back in the early 2010s, social media wasn't as saturated as it is today. A bold look, a weird gimmick, and some viral antics could make someone a star overnight. And Tekashi? He knew that. In his early days, he didn't even rap. Instead, he built a reputation online for his wild fashion choices. Rocking clothes covered in offensive phrases, shock value statements, and internet meme aesthetics. People talked about him. They shared his photos, his videos, his bizarre persona. But internet clout alone wasn't enough. If he really wanted to make it, he needed music. That's when he started rapping. And at first, nobody cared. His early songs were rough, unpolished, and completely underground. But then, something changed. He found his sound. A new energy. A voice that was loud, raw, and in your face. And in 2017, he dropped the track that would change everything. Gummo? The breakout hit, Gummo. Gummo wasn't just a song, it was a war cry. Released in October 2017, the track was an instant hit. It had aggression. A raw, chaotic sound that felt like it belonged in a street fight rather than a recording studio. The music video? Pure madness. Tekashi, surrounded by red bandanas, yelled into the camera like a man possessed. But here's the thing, Tekashi wasn't a gangster. Not yet. The gang imagery in Gummo wasn't just for aesthetics. It was the beginning of something much bigger and much more dangerous. The infamous affiliation, 9 Trey Bloods. This is where things take a dark turn. To the world, Tekashi was just a wild new rapper on the scene. But behind the scenes, he was getting involved with real gangsters. Enter Kefano Shadi Jordan, a high-ranking member of the 9 Trey Gangsta Bloods. He saw Tekashi's potential, not as an artist, but as a money machine. In exchange for protection, credibility, and street clout, Tekashi started rolling with 9 Trey. He flaunted their colors, shouted them out in his songs, and made it seem like he'd been gang-affiliated since birth. But the truth? He was a rapper playing a dangerous game. And soon, that game would come back to bite him. Controversy, crime, and clout. If Tekashi was good at one thing, it was staying in the headlines. Beefing with Chief Keef the Game YG. Calling out industry giants. Daring people to test him. It was all part of the brand. And it worked. His music kept blowing up. Every controversy, every fight, every viral moment. More views, more streams, more money. But behind the scenes, things were getting out of control. Robberies, shootings, gang-related incidents. The FBI was watching. Then, in November 2018, the inevitable happened. Tekashi was arrested. And that's where everything unraveled. The inevitable downfall. Facing 47 years in prison, Tekashi had 2 choices. 1. Stay silent and go down as a gangster. 2. Cooperate with the feds and take down everyone. Tekashi chose option 2. In a shocking turn of events, he snitched. He exposed the inner workings of 9 Trey, named names, and testified against his former crew. The internet exploded. Memes, jokes, and the biggest betrayal in hip-hop history. But the craziest part? Instead of life in prison, Tekashi got a reduced sentence and was out in less than 2 years. But the rap world would never forgive him. Tekashi's life post-prison. After prison, Tekashi tried to revive his career. At first, it seemed possible. His first post-prison track, Gooba, racked up millions of views in hours. But the industry turned its back on him. No big features, no radio play, just controversy without credibility. So where is he now? And does he even stand a chance at redemption? Final thoughts. Tekashi 6ix9ine's story is one of the wildest in hip-hop history. From nobody to superstar to snitch to outcast, his rise and fall shook the industry. But the question remains, was it all worth it? Let us know what you think in the comments. Let me know if you want any tweaks.